They rejected homeless man's check, regretted it instantly. Hinzi. It was a brisk Monday morning in downtown Seattle. The bustling streets echoed with the rhythmic sounds of footsteps, honking horns, and the usual chatter of busy commuters heading into the City National Bank. The sun had just risen, casting its golden glow over the polished windows of the impressive financial institution. Inside, the elegant lobby was already crowded, humming with activity as customers hurried through their morning transactions. Amid this scene, an elderly man slowly shuffled into the bank, immediately standing out due to his ragged clothes and worn-out shoes. His gray hair was unkempt. His beard was thick and scruffy, and his coat, faded and patched in several places, looked as though it had seen better days. Despite his appearance, there was a quiet dignity and kindness in his eyes that spoke of wisdom earned through hardship. The man cautiously approached the teller counter, clutching an envelope tightly in his hands. The young teller, Anna, impeccably dressed and focused on her computer screen, barely glanced up as she addressed him, her voice tinged with impatience. "Yes, can I help you?" Anna asked curtly, clearly assuming he had come to beg rather than conduct business. The elderly man cleared his throat gently and handed her the envelope. "I'd like to deposit this check into my account, please." Anna took the envelope skeptically, raising an eyebrow as she removed the check. Her eyes widened in disbelief. The check was made out for $350,000. She immediately assumed it was fraudulent and regarded the man with suspicion. "Sir, this is a very large sum of money," she remarked loudly, causing several nearby customers to turn their heads in curiosity. "Where did you get this?" Feeling the uncomfortable attention, the elderly man softly replied, "It's from a property sale. Everything is legal, I assure you." Anna, clearly unconvinced, signaled urgently for the branch manager, Mr. Richards. A middle-aged, stern-faced man, Richards prided himself on his no-nonsense approach to running the bank. Seeing Anna's distressed expression, he quickly walked over, glancing at the elderly man with barely concealed disdain. "What seems to be the issue here, Anna?" Mr. Richards asked in an authoritative tone. Anna quickly explained, holding up the check. "This man is attempting to deposit a suspiciously large check. Considering his appearance, I think it might be fraudulent." Mr. Richards narrowed his eyes at the elderly gentleman. "Who exactly are you, and where did this check come from?" His voice carried a sharp edge of accusation. The elderly man's face reddened slightly from embarrassment. "My name is Samuel Harper. I sold a piece of property I owned for many years. The transaction was finalized last week. The check is completely legitimate." Mr. Richards scoffed dismissively. "Sir, people dressed like you usually don't come into this bank with checks for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Unless you can provide further proof, we'll have to refuse your deposit." Samuel pleaded gently, desperation evident in his voice. "Please, I urgently need this money to handle some personal matters. I assure you the check is genuine. You can call the issuing bank if you need confirmation." Richards shook his head stubbornly. "I'm sorry, but I'm not going to waste our valuable time. Please leave the premises immediately, or I'll be forced to call security." Defeated and humiliated, Samuel turned away, feeling the judgmental eyes of customers and staff alike burning into his back as he shuffled out of the bank. Before stepping out, he paused and quietly said, "Appearances can be deceptive. You will regret treating people this way." Richards rolled his eyes dismissively, returning to his office as customers murmured about the incident. Anna shrugged and resumed her duties, the old man quickly forgotten. But the day was far from over, and their attitudes were about to cost them dearly. A few hours later, a sleek black limousine slowly rolled to a stop in front of City National Bank. Curious onlookers watched as the car door opened, revealing a distinguished man dressed impeccably in a sharp navy blue suit. It was none other than Jonathan Maxwell, one of Seattle's most respected businessmen and philanthropists, renowned for his charitable contributions and immense wealth. Jonathan confidently strode into the bank, the atmosphere immediately shifting. Staff hurriedly straightened their uniforms, hoping to impress the influential visitor. Richards himself rushed forward with a wide, welcoming smile. "Mr. Maxwell, what an honor. How can we help you today?" Jonathan's expression remained stern, unaffected by Richard's eager greeting. He paused, piercing blue eyes scanning the room before settling back on the manager. I'm here regarding a very serious matter. This morning, a close friend of mine, Samuel Harper, came here to deposit a check from me. A check which your bank refused to accept and treated him disgracefully. Richards froze, color draining from his face as he connected the dots. Anna dropped her pen in shock, realizing her mistake. Jonathan continued, his voice rising clearly, attracting everyone's attention. Samuel Harper is not only my friend, he is a decorated military veteran who fell on hard times after losing his family. He recently sold his property to me at my insistence, and that check was his rightfully earned payment. Your bank discriminated against him purely based on his appearance. Customers around them gasped in disbelief, and whispers of disapproval quickly filled the lobby. Richard stammered, his voice shaky. "Mr. Maxwell, I deeply apologize. We had no idea." Jonathan cut him off sharply. "No idea? You had every opportunity to verify the check and treat Mr. Harper with basic human dignity. Instead, you chose to humiliate him. This incident is completely unacceptable." Richards, now visibly panicking, pleaded desperately. "Please, let me personally rectify this mistake." Jonathan shook his head firmly. "The damage is done, and your actions have consequences. Effective immediately, I will be withdrawing all my personal and corporate accounts from your bank. I will also ensure all my associates do the same. City National Bank will never again see my business." As Jonathan turned to leave, a hushed silence fell over the bank. Customers and staff watched in shock as one of their most valued clients exited, leaving Richards and Anna visibly shaken. Within days, the consequences of their actions became painfully clear. Numerous clients followed Jonathan's lead, withdrawing their assets. The bank's reputation was severely tarnished, with headlines across local media branding them as discriminatory and elitist. Realizing their mistake, Richards and Anna decided to personally visit Samuel at his modest home on the outskirts of the city. They found Samuel sitting calmly in his small but tidy living room. Despite everything, he welcomed them graciously. "We're deeply sorry," Anna began tearfully. "Our judgment was wrong, and we've learned a valuable lesson." Samuel smiled kindly, his eyes filled with compassion rather than resentment. "I hope you understand now that appearances can be deceiving. Every person deserves respect and dignity regardless of how they look." Moved by Samuel's grace, Richards nodded solemnly. "We promise to ensure nothing like this ever happens again. Our staff will receive thorough sensitivity and anti-discrimination training. We owe that to you and everyone we've hurt." From that moment forward, the bank initiated sweeping reforms, training staff thoroughly and promoting respect. Samuel Harper became an advocate for social justice and a voice for the homeless and marginalized, using his story to highlight the importance of compassion. In a powerful piece of faith, Jonathan Maxwell invited Samuel to manage a charitable foundation aimed at helping veterans and homeless, providing him with a purposeful and fulfilling challenge. Samuel's journey became an inspiring tale, a lesson etched deeply into the hearts of the entire community. One act of judgment transformed into a powerful reminder of humanity
classical
and
to
dignity,
rock,
proving
it has the
indeed
power
that true value lies far beyond appearances. Thank you for watching this
to
incredible
lift
story.
us up
If it
and
inspired
make
you,
us feel
please
alive.
give this video a thumbs up. Leave us a comment sharing your thoughts. And don't forget to
It can
subscribe
bring
to our
us joy
channel for more
or make
amazing
us
stories
die.
that touch the heart and open the mind. See you in the next video.